and John. We're thinking about making a movie. So we're thinking about having in the movie me and some music with some homeless people. I'm 60 and he's 16, and we're both from this planet. I'm kind of looking forward to this, and I'm also kind of dreading it. We're sitting at Harmony House right now. Over there is the Houston skyline, and we're actually behind the post office, so we're close to downtown Houston. I was born in this city in 1948. Okay, my childhood happened here until 1954, and then they moved me way out into the country and basically left me there. Forgot about me and left me way out in the country. And if we were really cool, we'd be in the city. So I started first grade in Harlingen, Texas. When I do some of those talking blues verses, I'm thinking about people that live in places like this. I think some of the girls who are addicted to crack, they can conduct a prostitution business with nothing more than a sleeping bag along here. That's a little harsh, but it's true. One of them, her name is Carolyn, has written a letter from the jail, and the address is Harmony House. And inside the letter, when you open it up, it mentions several names, and mine is one of them, but there's other guys named John, so I'm not sure if it's me.
What does she say about you?
You know, just, hi, how you doing? Bring me some cigarettes. Most of my stories about walking on the railroad track happen right there. Walking on the railroad track, and there were 3 Union Pacific what do you call them? Bulldogs. And I got to as far as the first 2 cops, and they were sort of like prepping me for the 3rd cop. And they said, "Do you have a weapon? Do you have any weapons?" And I said, "I've got a knife in my pocket." And they started going, "Oh, okay, don't touch the knife. Leave it in your pocket. Don't say anything about it." And finally, I went and talked to the other cop. I think I gave him my name and my expired driver's license number, my social security number, and he told me, "You're not supposed to walk on these railroad tracks." And we both knew that it was nonsense. I said, "Yes, sir. I'll never do it again." I knew I was lying, because that's where I live. In 1960, we drove all the way from the southern tip of Texas to California, and I went to Disneyland. And the next summer, I went to Disneyland again. 60 and 61, I was about 12 years old. But I didn't get to go, hang out with the cholos in East LA. So I've spent a good deal of my life trying to compensate for that. and that's why I smoke tobacco and drink coffee, so that there's nothing on my breath but tobacco and coffee. Last night I smoked a doobie with a couple of black guys, and before I went back into Harmony House, I drank a lot of coffee and smoked a lot of cigarettes. And just before I went in, I said, "I smell like coffee and cigarettes, right?" So, I was 21 years old. I was in a mall in Mobile, Alabama, and I bought a hit of acid and took it and didn't handle it famously well. I went to jail that night. And the policemen were very professional, and they rode me downtown, and put me in a little place by myself to finish my trip. And then in the morning they put me in the regular drunk tank. And I've learned from living in Houston off and on for the last 60 years that there are certain corners that one does not cross unless you're looking for crack cocaine or a prostitute. That was my first mugging was along the airline. It was like a boxing lesson. He was going, you know, what do you call it? A two-handed triplet, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very, very skillful. I'm filled with admiration.